Hello, everybody. Welcome back to King Battery X. Today, we'll be reacting to a not a new Sabaton song, but a Sabaton song called Carolus Rex. Carolus Rex is about King Charles VII, who was a king for the country of Sweden from 1697 to 1718. He became king at 15 years old, and he was a stout battle commander. War was one of the more important things in his life, something he really strived for and really liked. He was also often considered one of the better Swedish kings as well, one of the more dominant Swedish kings, and including taking land in Russia. He's one of the few people who can say that they beat the Russians in Russia. So, with that said, we're going to get to the video. If you like this video, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you want to see more. In the description will be a link to the original video as well as the Sabaton playlist and a link to the Doug Flutie Foundation for Autism. As someone with autism, it is a good foundation and it helps out a lot. I've already donated $20. There's also a membership program. 99 cents gets you the Mosher tier, and $2.99 gives you the Headbanger tier. I plan on doing something great with those, but I need some members first before I can dedicate time to create content for it. With that said, let's get to the video. All right, Sabaton, Carolus Rex. From the album Carolus Rex. I think this is the only album where they have songs that talk about their own country. Sabaton is from Sweden, and this whole album's about that, which is pretty unique. You don't really hear Sweden or Sabaton do that very often. So, and I know the song pretty well. I've heard it many of times, so I kind of have an idea of pausing points, and so let's get to it. Swedish flag. That's the first verse. So this is a very interesting character in history because if you notice, he said. So one thing about Carolus Rex that I think, if I'm Charles VII, is that he was very young. Obviously, he was 15 years old when he took the crown, and because he was 15, the people around him thought that they could take advantage of his youth. He was not that kind of man. He was a very strong, stoic battle commander, and he led his kingdom like that, meaning he was not easy to be pushed around. He was not likely to be coerced. They tried so many. They guarantee you they tried so many different things to do it to coerce him to do certain things, and he just wouldn't do it. Let's keep going. They thought I was too young to rule the land. Yes, they failed to understand how to rule. My time has come. I was chosen by heaven. Say my name when you pray to the skies. Seek out So a lot of it was I'm guessing the song is talking about, and I've read a little bit of the history that he was very much borderline arrogant in the fact that he thought or he believed, and it might have been true, that he was destined to rule. That it wasn't just happenstance that he became the king because of his family line, that God was going to find a way to make him king regardless of what position in life he would have been in. And it's hard to argue with it because of the things he accomplished. Okay, so that was another thin line. I was destined alone. He never married. There was some speculation that he was gay, but I think the problem with him was he focused so much on battle that he never took it upon himself to get married. As religious as he seems, I'm going to guess he wasn't gay. If you know the Bible and you know the practices back then and even now, yeah, he definitely was not. One thing he said earlier in the song is crowned by God but not by the church. Basically, it's saying that like that was a big statement back then because a lot of kingdoms were ran by the church. Like at certain points where the church would appoint a new king occasionally, or the church would do X, Y, and Z occasionally, involving the crown. And he put the church in place, saying, "Your priests don't command me. Your priests are not in charge. I'm in charge. Suck it up and get out of my way." But yeah, great song so far. I know I was destined to rule alone. All for myself, I have claimed the throne, born to rule. My time is now. I was chosen by heaven. Say my name when you pray to the sky. See Carolus Rex. With the Lord my protector. Make a bow to my will. To the sky. See Carolus Rex. To the sky. See Carolus Rex. Shall be mine, there's no stopping me. All over Europe my rule shall be questioned by none. All I see give to me, that is my decree. My will be done. Classic Sabaton harmonious shred solo. That is a classic Sabaton thing. They've made a staple. I mean, a lot of power bands do it, but Sabaton has a classic has a certain way of doing it, which is always really cool. As they fail to understand or to rule. My time is now. I was chosen by heaven. Say my name when you pray to the sky. See Great song as always, Sabaton. Alright, let's get to the review. Alright, that was Sabaton with their song Carolus Rex, the English version from the album Carolus Rex. Again, I think this is the only time that they've done an album about their own country, about something involving their own country. They're a very historical band, so every song that they do, if you're new to Sabaton, is about a historical event, or a historical person, or historical something, normally involving war and conflict. And so this whole song, I think, is about the Great Northern War. Specifically, this whole album is about Carolus Rex's involvement in it. Which is, by the way, the only album where they have two versions, one in English, one in Swedish. Which is cool. Sweden is a very proud country, and they have the right to be proud. They've done very well for themselves. They are one of the richest countries on the planet. They are one of the happiest countries on the planet. They have a lot going for them. And the Swedes are very, very, very proud of that fact. And another thing, they're very cautious, but they will protect it. They are going to protect it. They're not going to let that crap, all the crap you see in other countries, you're not going to see in Sweden. Sweden's going to make sure that doesn't happen. Look what they did during COVID. They're the only country that supposedly stayed open. And in Europe, they were one of the only countries that had a functioning economy after COVID, like a well-established economy. They have issues, they have their problems like every other country, but they solve them pretty well. And the best thing the Swedes are good at, working together. They are remarkable at working together. They are remarkable at being a unit. If you don't believe me, go look at what they're doing. I forget the town's name, but there's a city or a town that's a steel mine, and look what they're doing to that city and town. Right? Just go look, and you'll see what I mean by the Swedish people. I love the Swedish people. I love the Swedes. And in my book, Sweden, y'all are the kings of metal right now. Opeth, Meshuggah, Ghost, Avatar, Sabaton, technically arch enemy. I think In Flames is from Sweden. Oh my goodness, there's so many more too. Like, my mind's blank right now. I know there are way more. Did I say Meshuggah? Meshuggah's from. If I didn't say Meshuggah, so it's from Sweden. From Sweden. It's Sweden. It is Sweden. That's how you pronounce the word. But yeah. Also, my favorite football player of all time, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He's from Sweden. PewDiePie, Mr. Felix is from Sweden. The current fastest car in the world, I believe, is the Koenigsegg Zetko Absolute from Sweden. And that's where we also go to hand out to deal with the Nobel Prize, is Stockholm, Sweden. So, because Alfred Nobel was born Swede. Also, my favorite hockey players, Nick Lidstrom, Heinrich Zetterberg, Johan Franzen, Nick Cronwall, and a few others are from Sweden. They all play for the same team. That's why they're my favorite, the Detroit Red Wings. So yeah, I love Sweden. This shirt is not Swedish colors. It's the Ukrainian. I mean, it's Swedish colors, but it's not the Swedish flag. It's the Ukrainian flag. But I still love Sweden. All right. That's it for this video. If you like this video, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you want to see more. In the description will be the link to the original video, as well as the Sabaton playlist and the Doug Flutie Foundation for Autism. Consider joining the membership program. I don't know where it is. It's on it's on my YouTube page. Consider becoming a member, and we'll start giving you guys some perks for that once I get some members. I have perks lined up, but I can't make content for people when there's nobody who's going to use the content. With that said, see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.